Hi everyone, it's Angela from Borrowed Elegance here with vlog number 4, and today I am going to discuss choosing your wedding party. And there's a few things that you definitely want to consider when choosing your wedding party. One of the things that you want to make sure you do is that you think it out. The excitement of getting engaged and I'm going to get married overwhelms you sometimes, and you see somebody and right away you're like, I need them to be in my wedding. But sometimes there's things that may prevent you from having a large party. And so you need to think it out. For example, the venue, the altar space. You have to think about how many people the altar will allow. And you remember you will have your groomsmen as well, so that's doubled. Another thing you want to do is make sure that you're not asking somebody out of obligation. For example, if you have a groomsman and he has a significant other, that doesn't mean that you have to have them in your party. If you have a connection with them and you have a history with them, by all means, how convenient to have a couple in your wedding party. But do not feel obligated just because that significant other is attached to someone who's already in the party. Don't feel obligated to include them. Another thing you don't have to do is the bridesmaids and the groomsmen don't have to be equal. They do not have to be symmetrical. Mine and Ron's party will not be symmetrical. I am going to have 4 bridesmaids, well, 3 bridesmaids and my maid of honor. And Ron's going to have 6 groomsmen with his best man. So it is going to be uneven. But the way that we plan to do it is we will have our maid of honor and best man walk down the aisle together. And then each of the bridesmaids will have 2 groomsmen at each of her sides, and so that'll even out the groomsmen. Now, we haven't gotten into detail as far as how they're going to stand up next to us at the altar, or if we're just going to have them sit. We haven't discussed that just yet, but it all depends on the venue space as well. So another thing you want to consider is children. Are you going to include children for a ring bearer or flower girl? The children just bring such a lightheartedness and cuteness to the ceremony, and it can make something that could be rigid because you just want it to go perfect, and it could just bring a little bit of humor to the ceremony. Totally whatever you feel. If you have some children that you're close to and you want to include them, by all means, feel free to do that. Me and Ron have chosen not to have any children in our bridal party, and our reasoning behind that is we just don't want the parents to have to come out of pocket to dress them or include them in all of the events that come with being in a bridal party. And so we have chosen not to have any children in ours. Now, once you have chosen your bridal party, there are some fun ways that you can actually invite them to be in the wedding. They have what's called a bridal proposal or bridesmaid proposal or a groomsman proposal. There's a variety of ways that you can ask them to be in the wedding. Be creative, have fun with it, make it personal between you and the individuals. The way I did it, I made a card that had a little saying for each one. I also did a little favor box, and inside the favor box had a small little circle inside that just said, "Will you?" ? And then inside it had a little ring pop inside. Each of them also, I got them a bracelet. For the bridesmaid, it says bridesmaid on it. And then for the maid of honor, it's more of a charm bracelet. And it has a charm that says maid of honor and then a pearl and another little charm. I took them out on Saturday to St. Clair's Winery here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We had a great time. We were able to eat and have some drinks and just enjoy each other. and it was fabulous. And I gave them the gifts. They really appreciated it and the time and effort that it took for me to put everything together. They really enjoyed it. Another thing that I created, I have let you guys know this in previous vlogs, I do what's called mood boards, and they look like this. This is mine and Ron's mood board, and it's also called an inspiration board. So what that does is just gives you an idea of, it kind of pulls the different aspects of the wedding that you could have. And so this shows you like our color palette, kind of the theme. We want our theme to be very elegant. And so this will give you an idea. This is something you can give out to your bridal party or close family members that are involved in helping you decide on the different aspects, because once they have this in their mind or they have it on them and they're out and about shopping or, you know, online shopping, if they come across something, they can be like, hey, you know what, this really matched the theme that you're going with, or it went with your color palette. It's very, very helpful. So contact me and I can definitely do this for you. It's very reasonably priced, but it just gives you some inspiration so that you can kind of go with it and things can start flowing for you. On the flip side, I did this for my girls, and so it says planning on there, and then it has the different things that we wanted to discuss. I really wanted to include my bridesmaids because although it's my wedding, I want them to feel included and I want them to have a voice in the things that affect them. So with this, we did discuss the different items that are in here. For example, dress shopping. I don't know if you can see that. Dress shopping. So we decided, okay, when is a good time for us to go dress shopping? I wanted to make sure that it was a convenient time for them, and also I wanted to make sure that it gave them enough time financially to either save up or make payments on the items that they're going to have to purchase. We decided that the bridesmaids are going to wear navy blue. My maid of honor did want to wear something different, but also stated that if she comes across something that she likes and it's in navy blue, she's fine to go with that. We also discussed accessories. The only requirement I had was that they all wore the same metal. So we're going to look at things that are either gold or rose gold. I prefer rose gold, so we are going to keep an eye out for maybe sets so that each of them can have the same thing. But if not, my only requirement is that they all at least wear the same metal, which is rose gold. We discussed shoes. As we get older, you don't wear high heels as much, or you know, me, I used to wear high heels all the time. Now I don't wear them as much, but I want my girls to feel comfortable. They're going to be on their feet, things like that. And so we just discussed what shoe style is preferred, at least for the ceremony and pictures. And then after that, of course, they can be as comfortable as they please. So that's another topic that we discussed. Hair, I'm very laxed on the hair. I think once they decide what style of dress that they get, again, I want them to have the same color, but I want them to choose a style that fits their body type and what they're comfortable with. And so their hair will reflect based on what dress they end up choosing. And then last is family. We, due to our guest list, we set limitations with children, but because these people are in our wedding party, we really wanted to give them the option for their children. It may be more convenient for them to bring their children with them, or they may want a night out and use this to have that night out and not have to worry about the kids. Maybe they do have someone they can leave the kids with. Totally up to them, but we wanted to discuss it ahead of time to let them know that we did have certain cutoffs for children, but because they are in the wedding party, we wanted to make sure to give them the option to either have their children or not. So these are just a few things that we discussed. Again, if I were to create this for you, you and I could go over what you want it to have, and then of course it'll have your inspiration on the other side. Very, very helpful. Contact me. We can get this going for you. I hope this information was helpful to you guys. If you have any specific questions in regards to your wedding party and maybe proposing to your wedding party, make a comment. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, please make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe to our channel. We want to make sure that the information we are giving you guys is helpful and that you guys are interested in hearing what we have to say. Until then, guys, have a happy Thanksgiving and a great week.